Thank you for 100,000. Monkey song sneak peek at the end of the video. Get excited. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Ba, ba, ba. Back in the day, Earth was just full of rocks and stuff. Then one day, these little guys wriggled out of nowhere. Over the next bazillion years, these things decided to upgrade, evolving into literally every living thing ever. Then as the family tree got bigger, the more variations of plants and animals and all that started to emerge. And finally, after thousands of generations, one string of mammals still reigns as the supreme being on the planet. Monkeys! Yeah, I said it. Monkeys and apes are better than you. You can't tell me that with everything going on right now, people are better than our funny friends. Humans think they have it all figured out with their big brains so they can figure out stuff, but somehow they still haven't figured out that the best way to live is to return to monkey. People make all these complicated systems to do all this random stuff, but it's all flawed. I've had to single-handedly fix all these things that people thought they solved. But we don't need any of that stuff anyway. Monkeys and monkeys and apes have lasted this long just fine, with just their family, friends, sticks and stones. So today, we're gonna take a look at all our monkey brothers to decide which kind you should keep by your side. Which monkey should you return to? So here we are again. I'm gonna draw out our family tree and give a little explanation for all of them so we can decide where you should reside from now on. I'm gonna get a line from the top left to bottom right. And right here is humans. So the farther left I go is gonna be farther from humans in genetics. Now the technical classification for all of these is primates. Now the first big branch we're gonna knock off this list is Strepsirrhini. These include things like lemurs, like King Julian. The next branch is Tarsiers, or Tarsiers. These are very creepy and weird, and I would not like any of you to associate with them. I think I made the eyes a little too small. Cool, now we get to the good stuff. Simians include all monkeys and apes, and humans, but we're gonna ignore those. So the first split-offs of monkeys are New World monkeys and Old World monkeys. Now when you think about new and old, you'd think that's how long ago they came to existence, which is totally right. But these monkeys were actually named after their location, referring to the new and old worlds, left and right. The main difference in these types of monkeys is that old world monkeys had regular tails that just hang around and stuff, while the new world monkeys got new and improved prehensile tails, so they can actually use them to grab stuff and hang on trees. We'll get more into what these guys mean to you in a bit. Gotta get a little detailed here. Label them. This concludes our monkey section. Now we get into the apes. For any of you that don't know the difference, monkeys have tails and apes don't have tails. Very simple. Apes all derived from the same ancestor as old world monkeys. And they decided, since they didn't have the cool new version of the tail, they just got rid of them. Our first branch of apes are Gibbons. Now this truly saddens me. There are only 4 big kinds of apes, but people seem to know about all of them except Gibbons. Here's my little presentation as to why you should love them. Gibbons look like this, this, and this. Gibbons stand at about 2 feet tall, which gives them the name lesser apes. But if you ask me, these friends are just as great as all their brothers. Gibbons are the fastest tree mammal ever. They swing on branches up to 34 miles per hour. Look at them go. And my final point, they make the best and most sounds out of any apes, which sometimes comes in handy. Monkey song sneak peek at the end of the video. Cool, now on to the technical great apes. These guys are exactly what you think of when you think of apes. There's 3 main groups, starting with our guy, the orangutan. Orangutans are these nice and chill orange fellas who love to travel around. They usually don't have a permanent home, but they build new nests almost every night. The males are about 4.5 feet tall, and orangutans have really long arms for their size, although not as long as gibbons. You might have seen pictures of these guys with disc-shaped faces. I've tried to record that without stuttering. I can't. But that's actually only in males, used to attract females. Females have a face shape that conforms to their skull just a little better. Next we got gorillas. I know you've heard about gorillas. These are some big guys. Male gorillas get up to around 6 feet tall and 500 pounds. These are the last guys you'd want to go up against and one of the first you'd want to be friends with. They are super smart and insanely strong. See the big bump on this guy's head? This is his skull. The
sagittal crest
is this huge massive muscle used purely to help him do a big chomp. This crunch is classified as the 7th strongest bite in the entire animal kingdom, ever. If you put anything in this dude's mouth, it is simply no more. Then there's the last of the great apes, chimpanzees. These are your Curious George types, your Caesar types. You know them when you see them. Chimpanzees are the closest thing to humans besides humans. There were some other ones, but they're simply no more. Shouldn't have messed with them gorillas. Chimps are around 4'11" and look the most similar to humans compared to the rest of our tree here. These guys do the usual. Get food, sleep, pick bugs out of their friends. You might be wondering what their gimmick is. Like the gorilla's big and strong, and the orangutan has super long arms. But chimpanzees are kind of just the way they are. They have pretty similar proportions to us besides the height. Like I've been saying, they are very similar to us. So essentially they are considered one of the smartest apes, using tools, bug medicine, culture, and they're most likely self-aware. If there were to be an ape revolution, it would probably be led by a chimp. Sounds a little familiar. Let's circle these up. Ape. And I guess we just decided to not be called apes, which honestly, I don't think we deserve it. Look at all these nice guys. So there's the family tree. Now it's time for your evaluation. We can clearly see that these are all better options than being a human, but which one is best for you? I'll go through each group with 3 key things about them. And if any of them apply to you, give that primate a tally. We'll see at the end which monkey you should return to. First off, New World monkeys. New World monkeys have those prehensile tails like I mentioned, so they are very versatile. If you can adapt to new situations easily, give yourself a tally mark. Another thing that goes along with that is they can multitask. They have a tail to hang from and hands to pick up fruit and stuff. If you can do things like write an essay while watching a show, while cooking dinner, while taking a nap, you might fit in with these guys. You don't even have to think about it. You're just doing it. And the last thing about New World monkeys is they form monogamous pair bonds, which means they have one significant other forever. They stay together and really care about their kids. So if you like kissing any primate you see, you would not fit in with these guys. Cool, now tally up. On to the next ones. I'm also gonna go out of order because I feel like it. Let's see. Gorillas. Now you might expect me to just say, if you're big and strong, then you're a gorilla. But no, this is about personality and who you are on the inside. If you can bite really hard, then there's the biggest tally. Next, gorillas sleep in nests, but they build them on the ground rather than in trees. If you're a silly willy and like to be on the ground all the time, then there's another tally. And lastly, gorillas are players. Gorillas stay in troops of a group of females and one male. This dude looking like Nintendo with the amount of game he got. So if you're a guy with a whole lot of ladies, or if you're a lady with a bunch of besties, give yourself a tally. Cool, let's go to chimpanzees. The biggest thing with these guys is they are curious. Yes, like Curious George. Humans have tried to get video and audio of chimps, but every time they just notice the cameras and act differently. They know what's up. So yeah, curious is a point. Then going along with that, these guys are really smart. Not necessarily book smart, mostly because they can't read, but they are very good at figuring things out. So if you can solve problems well, then there's your chimpanzee point. And the last thing is they develop social structures. Chimps have a whole class system they build out, and they figure out everyone's place in the community. If you like to manage things, or if you're a good leader, or even if you're just very political, you might be closer to a chimp than any other simian. Now, Old World monkeys. These guys like mostly munching on leaves and stuff, so here's a tally if you're vegan or vegetarian. Old World monkeys have a similar thing like gorillas, where it's mainly females and one male, but it works a bit differently. The females are queens. They are the priority. The males simply fight each other off because there's only room for one male in the troop. So if you're a queen or a dude who fights for his queens, there's a point. Then the last one isn't super specific to all Old World monkeys, but there's some that live in the colder climates of the world. If you're tolerant to temperature change, you get a tally. Cool. Orangutan time. If you love traveling around, maybe you're just an orangutan. They don't have a set home, and they build nests basically every night. These guys love eating fruit. They'll search for a lot of their day just to satisfy that sweet tooth. So if you get up for the midnight treats, this could be you. And speaking of fruit, many orangutans are actually homosexual. So if that's your vibe, you'll vibe with these guys. And lastly, the just as great ape, the gibbon. Gibbons love to sing. Not only that, the songs they sing specify what kind of gibbon they are and where it's from. So, if you love singing or hearing other songs, point. As I mentioned, gibbons swing insanely fast. They are considered one of the best at swinging around in all of nature. You look up in the trees and he goes, wah, 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 and he's gone. If you're a little speedster, or even if you just like swinging, here you go. Last, gibbons break their bones. Since they are so active and quick, most gibbons break a bone at some point in their life. So if you break easily, this is for you. Great, guys. Well, there's all the classifications to know which monkey you should return to. And no, I'm not allowing you to be a lemur. But you know, this is just a suggestion. If one simian is really calling to you over another, go ahead and choose that one. Primates are good, and they will accept your decision with open arms. Well, let me know which monkey or ape you will become, and I'll see you in the trees.
Monkey announcement! I promised you all a monkey song at 100,000 subscribers, and we did it. You guys have no idea how insane this is for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're the best. Anyways, you guys got me here so quick that I actually don't have the song completely ready yet, but here's a little sneak peek.
Monkey noise, monkey noise, monkey noise, monkey noise, monkey noise, monkey noise.
Get ready to go ape. And subscribe.